So as promised, I told you all I would explain a little bit about why I am no longer prepping for the show in the fall. So I was supposed to be doing, it's called the Night of Champions, and it's in Spokane, Washington, and it's a national qualifier. I know a bunch of people that are doing it. I did this one last year. I loved it. So anyways, just a little bit of a background story, or just kind of background as to why I decided not to prep now. So I have done 2 shows. I did one 2 years ago, and then I did one last fall, and I was supposed to do the one this spring, which was in Montana, and I got in a pretty bad car accident a couple months prior to when prep would start, or like maybe a month before prep would start, and my back and my neck were all screwed up, and so I kind of decided that it was better if I didn't prep because I needed to be able to rest my body. I couldn't make it to the gym every single day because of pain, and it's also important that when your body's healing from injury that you're feeding it, and when you're prepping for a show, you are in a cut, in a deficit, so you're not getting all the food that you may need to help your body recover. Anyways, so I was super sad about that, but I moved on, and so I was excited that I was going to be able to do Night of Champions this fall, and I kind of just worked on building and getting back to the gym as much as possible during the springtime, and I started prep for this show June 1st, I believe, and I just kind of a couple weeks leading up to my start of prep, I noticed that I was tired all the time, and I am usually a go person, and I can handle it till the end of the day, and then I'm exhausted, but I was not able to go. I was mentally and physically drained. I felt like my body was dragging. I was getting plenty of sleep. I mean, I was in bed at like 10 every night, and that's pretty early for me. And I was eating enough because I wasn't quite in my cut yet. I couldn't figure out why I was so tired. So anyways, I just decided that I would do prep anyways, and it would figure itself out. I kind of thought maybe it was the letdown from finals, and just kind of I finally could breathe after working and studying and going to class and stuff for all semester. So maybe it was just like kind of my body's way of telling me I needed a little bit of a rest. So anyways, I started prep. Everything was going great, but I was still tired 24/7, and it wasn't just like tired, but I kind of felt like shit. Like, sorry for the language, but I did not feel well at all. And I would have good days and bad days and whatever. So I decided that I would go get my blood drawn because a couple of years ago I was anemic, which I think most of you probably know, but it means low iron. So it can really affect how you feel physically. It makes you super tired, and it can also, there's other things it does, but for me, when I had it, made me really tired. So I thought, this is exactly how I felt a couple years ago. They're going to take my blood. They're going to tell me I'm iron deficient. They're going to put me on some iron supplements, and then everything's going to be fine. And the test came back, and that's not what happened. So everything looked great. So my iron was fine. My vitamin D was fine. I got my thyroid tested just in case. Everything was fine, which was great, but I was also kind of annoyed because I was hoping to just have an answer, have not a cure, but a solution to why I was feeling this way, and that's not what I got. Instead, they were like, I don't know what's wrong with you. They said I probably work out too much, but I don't think that's it. I only work out for an hour at the gym a day, and I take 1 to 2 rest days a week, and I just had a feeling that wasn't it. So anyways, I kind of just kept pushing along. I let my coach know what was going on, and I kept pushing along in prep, and my body was not happy. Not only was I fatigued all the time, and I just had no motivation. I had no drive to get into the gym. I just was not feeling it. And I know that that's a normal part of prep, and you're going to go through times when you don't want to do it and times when it's really hard, and that's fine, and I get that, but I've also prepped before, and I know how that is, and this was different. It was a constant thing, and it didn't go like this like it usually does for me. So I just started to think a little bit about, like, I was honestly hating prep. I hated it. so much. And I don't want to hate it because I love competing and I want it to be an enjoyable experience. Yes, I'm going to be starving at times. Yes, I'm going to be grumpy. I'm going to be unmotivated sometimes, but you have to, for me, it's an enjoyable thing, and so I want to be able to like it. And the fact that I was starting to hate it was not really sitting with me well. So we kind of, oh, and also not only that, but my body was completely unhappy with me. I was not making any progress. I was sticking to my macros, sticking to my cardio, sticking to my training, and not only was I not losing any fat, but I was gaining, which it's pretty impossible to gain 3 pounds of fat in 5 weeks, especially when you're in a deficit. So it probably has more to do with water retention and hormones and stuff like that. But it was very depressing to see that when you're trying to work your ass off, and you are working your ass off, and you're hungry and you're tired and stuff like that, and now you're seeing opposite results of what you want. So I talked to my coach, and we tried a bunch of different things. We tried refeeds, we tried upping my macros, we tried upping cardio, and nothing was working. And at this point, I'm like stressed. I'm stressed because I don't know why I feel like crap all the time. I want to have energy. I want to be able to go to the gym. I don't want to feel like when I go to the gym, I'm like dragging myself there. I love lifting. So that was frustrating to me and stressful because I just wanted an answer, and no one could give me an answer. And then it was also stressful being in prep and not seeing any progress. So not only was the scale not moving, but my measurements weren't moving. The progress pictures looked the exact same. And everybody hits plateaus, so I want you to know that's normal. But when you're in a deficit like I was, you should be seeing a little bit of progress, and I wasn't. So for me, that was another red flag. My body was telling me, you know what, it doesn't want to budge right now, and it's not happy with what you're doing to it. And it would be different if maybe it had lasted for a week or two, but it was seemed like it lasted for a long time. So with the red flag of not feeling well before prep started, and then the red flag of my body was just not happy with me, I just kind of felt like it would be a good idea to wait and do a different show. But that decision was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, honestly, I cried about it a few times. I know that sounds stupid to some of you, but you have to know, like, when you find something, everyone's kind of passionate about different things. Some people love certain sports, and some people love, I don't know, drawing, or some people love singing. I love lifting. I love competing. So I had my heart set on this competition. I had my heart set on not only being in the competition, but when I prep, I want to do well, and I want to look better than I did before. And my goal was to look 10 times better than I did in my last show, because I wasn't very happy with how I came in last time. So it was frustrating for me because I had my heart set on the show, and now I'm getting all these warning signs from my body, like, don't do it, and my gut is telling me not to do it, and I should listen to my health and stuff like that. So it's frustrating because I didn't want to be a quitter. I don't like starting things and not finishing them. So I felt like a quitter, and I felt like I was letting my coach down because he's nicely sponsoring me. And so, I feel like the least I can do is do well in a show for him. So I felt like I was going to let him down. I felt like I was letting people down that follow me. I know I don't have 1 million followers like some people, but I have so many supportive people that do follow me, and they love seeing progress and stuff. And so I felt like I would be letting them down. And anyways, it was a tough decision, but in the end, I felt like it would not be worth it for me to push through the next 15 weeks already feeling bad. When you get down to peak week, and even for me, it's more like the 4 weeks leading up to the show, you're tired, constantly tired. You're constantly fatigued. I mean, motivation is kind of it comes like this for me. Like I said earlier, I'll have good days and I'll have bad days. And the bad days, obviously, you have to push through. You have to be dedicated. You have to know that when you prep, not every day is going to be sunshine and roses, but you know that ahead of time. So you kind of prepare yourself and you push through anyways, and you get it done. But I knew that if I was already feeling this way 15 weeks out, I didn't know if I could make it all the way. I know I could, but I didn't know if mentally and emotionally that was going to be the best decision for me. So, oh, and also I will be starting school back up. So I'm on summer break right now, but I'll be in my senior year of college in August, and my kind of priority has always been school and work. Like competing is a priority, obviously, but I'm paying really good money to go to school, so that's gonna come first because that my whole future is kind of riding on my education, if that makes sense. So for me, is it more important to be able to study and focus in class and do my homework, or is it more important to do the show? And last year I did prep while I was in school, but I wasn't feeling like this. I was feeling great. I had tired days, but I wasn't exhausted 24/7 15 weeks out, and it's only going to get worse. And so I kind of just talked to my parents, and I talked to my coach, and I talked to a few close friends that I knew would kind of be honest with me, and we all just, they helped me decide that it was fine. And something that my coach said that I'll be forever grateful that he said that. I mean, I know that sounds silly, but he said there's more shows. Like, do not let this stress you out. And that felt like, to me, there was a huge weight off my shoulders because I didn't want to let him down. I didn't want to let myself down. I didn't want to let anyone down. And he's so right, though. There's a million shows. In 10 years, there's still going to be shows all over the place. So I have a lot of time to compete. And yes, it is hard to see all my friends and acquaintances on social media and stuff, like prepping for shows, and it makes me sad that I'm not prepping and that I won't get to be backstage with them and that I won't get just the whole thrill of competing, which I love. But I know that this is going to be what's best in the long run, because if I push too hard, I don't know what that could do to my body. It could make everything worse. It could, I mean, I don't know. I feel like health comes first. So anyways, just kind of the moral of the story is I listened to my body physically and also mentally. I was just kind of really down about everything, just because physical and mental attitudes, they kind of have have a relationship with each other. So I'm physically feeling terrible, which is making me mentally feel terrible. And so I feel a lot less stressed now. I don't feel stressed about, I mean, I still feel stressed about why I'm feeling tired still, because I still am feeling tired. All my food and carbs and everything is back up and I'm still feeling tired. So I'm hoping to get that figured out, but I don't feel stressed about the show anymore. I don't feel like so much pressure about it. And I kind of feel like free from it, which is nice. But anyways, I think I really want you guys to know that if you've ever been in a position like me before, and I know there's tons of people that have, but it's kind of something that people don't like talk about, because I think they feel like they're a quitter, just like kind of I felt like. But it's okay to listen to your body and listen to your gut. And I'm not saying you're tired one day of your prep, or you feel like giving up during peak week, or you feel like that was the hardest workout of your life, or you're starving. I'm not talking about those normal things that you're going to feel during a prep, but I'm talking about if you just feel off and you feel like this is not the right time, there's always going to be another time, and you need to listen to your body, because I think in the end, it's going to be a lot healthier mentally and physically for you than if you just keep pushing. Yes, there is a time and place for pushing, but I don't think pushing past all these red flags. I mean, one red flag may be different, but when you're seeing 10 red flags in front of you, and I know I only said a few, but I don't really have time to tell you all of them, but I think it's more important to keep your health in mind. And I think that when you do prep, you need to be 100% mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy. And so I hope that just helps some of you feel less pressure about it and feel like it's okay if you don't think this is the right time. It's not the end all be all. There's going to be another show. And it's also, if you wait, you're probably going to do a lot better. Like, I feel like I would have done so bad in this show because I would have been literally fighting my body. I'm going to be fighting my body every week on dropping weight and dropping fat and hunger and fatigue and stuff. And so next time when I start prep, I'm going to be 100% ready to go, and I think I can bring a way better package to the stage. I don't want to waste these next 15 weeks prepping for a show that I'm having so much doubt about and not feeling good about, and then step on stage and feel like I just wasted my 15 weeks. So anyways, sorry for that little rant. I hope that it helped some of you, and I hope that I explained well enough. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for all of you, whether you're prepping, not prepping, whether you're into fitness, whether you're not into fitness. I hope you still follow my journey. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff on Instagram. I still love doing that. I don't want to just post when I'm prepping for a show. I just feel like for a while, like that was my goal. So that was what I was talking about. So now it's time for me to find another goal, which I don't really know what that's going to be yet. I think right now it's just going to be kind of getting my body back to normal, finding out what's going on. I see a naturopath next week, see if maybe there's just something off that they can help me with, a simple fix or whatever. So I think my goal for right now is to get my body back to feeling good, and also being comfortable in my skin, and then as well as building muscle. So I really think that I need to use this time to build, because I kind of don't feel like I have built much muscle in the last year. I was in prep for a while, and then I was recovering from the accident and stuff. So I think this is going to be a good time, and I just want to say thanks to all of you for watching. I know I'm a total noob at this, and I need to get a better camera, and I need to get a better editing system, but I promise it will come. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I would say bye, but I actually have a few questions to answer. I did an Instagram post, oh God, like 3 weeks ago. That's how on top of it I am, blah, blah, blah. And I was doing a giveaway with my favorite protein bars, and I told people to ask questions and that I would answer them. So I'm going to go ahead and answer those next, and then we'll talk to you later. All right, bye. Scratch what I just said about answering the questions. I am going to actually answer them on a different video, because I do not want to make this video too long or too boring just sitting here and talking to you guys. So look for that in my next YouTube video. I promise I will answer them and pick a winner. Okay, with that being said, good night, and I will talk to you later.